set of Pimp Baby Blue with filmmaker, videographer, Spyke Jean. So thanks for having us today, and just wanted to talk to you. Tell us a little bit about, this is your latest project, right? Pimp Baby Blue?
Yes, definitely. Dawn came to me with the idea about, doing like a web series about the pimps and stuff. And I'm really into like Dolomite and stuff like that. I'm an old head even though I'm young.
Yeah.
So I agreed to it, so now we're having Pimp Baby Blue.
Okay, so now Pimp Baby Blue, it's a comedy, am I right? It's a comedy? Okay.
It's a comedy web series where it's like pretty much the older pimps don't realize that the generations is changing pretty much. So now the young pimps are like still in the old pimps' holes and stuff like that.
Right.
And then showing them a new way to pimp pretty much on OnlyFans and stuff.
Oh, Pimp on OnlyFans. Okay, that's cool because that's really big right now. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that makes sense. Okay, so I know you got like a lot of projects going on. You just recently finished doing Thug.
Yes,
Can you tell us about that? Is that a web series?
No, Thug is actually a full movie. We didn't know it was going to be a full movie until after the fact, but so now it's the first part of it. Pretty much the story's about C-No, who's in, he just came home from jail, and then Dog Shot is his like arch enemies and stuff like that. So they go head to head and pretty much beef with each other over shipments and stuff like that. Everybody should check it out. It's actually a good movie to watch.
Yeah, definitely. So now how do people check it out? Where can they find Thug?
You can go to www.spikegamesbusiness.com and you'll be able to watch the movies, the Pimp Baby Blue web series, and get all the updates on any project that I'm involved with.
All right, and you have a lot of projects going on, all overlapping.
Yes.
Like, what are the projects do you have going on right now?
We have the Wise Guys documentary that's going to be coming out really soon. I'm still in the process of filming it. If everybody don't know, Wise Guys is the old school group from like the 90s that pretty much traveled all across the world and did all types of big music and things like that.
Right.
And I had a relationship with me and Mantera with some music videos and stuff like that. And I was young, I didn't know that it was the Wise Guys that from Boston and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much doing my own history on it, and then also trying to give knowledge to those who was before us.
Right.
So my generation can understand.
Yeah, that's cool, especially they're from Boston, so you really want to support that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now I know. Now, speaking of that, like from what I understand, you used to rap as well. Is that right?
Yeah, when I was young. I started when I was like
14.
14.
Wow. Yeah. What was your name? What was your rap name?
Jazz the Jewel.
Jazz the Jewel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm still signed to Fairtime ENT.
Really? So you actually got signed to a label?
Yeah. Since I was young. I did like one mixtape called Back to School, and then I don't know, I kind of fell off because, in Boston it's kind of hard to do music, and the way I am about music, I want to have the production. Like I want to actually sit there with the producer and build and stuff like that. So if I can't have that, I really don't want to do it sometimes.
I can understand this. You were really young, you were a teenager.
Yeah. I had a music video called Fuck Nigga. It was a lot. It was I actually in my high school, I wouldn't say I was popular, but like once I started doing music and things like that, a lot of people did support me from my city and stuff like that. I'm from Brockton. So.
All right. Okay. Now, can we still find that? Like any of your old mixtapes?
Yeah. Black Tugs shot it, so you can still find it.
All right, he shoots a lot of people's videos.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I try to definitely give respect to Wax as definitely paved the way as far as videographers out here.
Right.
But yeah, you can still find it on YouTube. If you want to look for it, it's JAZZTHEJEWL. Jazz the Jewel.
Alright, I'm gonna check that out. Now watch, you're gonna get a whole bunch more views on it now when this comes out.
Definitely. I hope so.
So do you ever see yourself returning to music at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've been dabbling right now into the music, trying to shoot some videos and stuff for some of my projects that I never shot videos for. But mostly, my main focus was always filming. Like, I found a new love. Like, how I used to be in love and have passion for music, and now how I feel about filming. Yeah.
How did you make that transition going from music to filmmaking?
Once I stopped doing music, I had like a little weird space in my life at the moment where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I couldn't work though. I definitely didn't want to work a regular job.
Right.
So I started managing a group, and then I started doing every type of different job that was in the industry. I tried to interview, I tried to be a DJ, I tried everything, but I mainly was supporting this group, so I pretty much took the job to just be the cameraman. And so me trying to be like their solo cameraman is what pretty much made me just fall in love with it. Like once I started learning it and things like that. So that was like 6 years ago.
Wow.
So ever since then, I didn't go to school for it or anything like that.
Wow. You're doing a good job. It's self-taught, really.
Yeah.
Just from experience.
Definitely.
Okay. You're doing a good job. I know from working with you through Vicarious, the project that you and Anthony Sanders are working on. I want to thank you as well. I want to appreciate you because when I auditioned, after I auditioned, you were like, you got it. I'm like, really? It was just like, you got it. That made me feel really good. So.
No, you did a great job auditioning. I'm telling you. Like, at first it wasn't even supposed to be for a woman.
Right.
But you killed it so much that I was like, that would be a perfect twist for her to just do it.
Thank you.
I couldn't give it to nobody else.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I appreciate you for that because I knew it wasn't really written for a woman, but you said, you can audition for whatever you want. Because when I was reading, you gave me the script, I was reading it, I'm like, I want that one. I want that role. And you gave it to me, so thank you for that. So everybody, look out for Vicarious. You know, it's coming, but it's very good. And I know you hope, that's you and Anthony's project, and you guys wrote a great script, a great series.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So besides all this, how many projects is that you have?
Yeah, I would say as of right now, probably like 4.
That's about all going on at one time?
Yeah, I try to manage and, deal with
that. Yeah.
Because I mean, the way I try to create my company is like, it's a production company.
Okay.
So it's not mainly for what I want to see, it's for what the public wants to see as well.
Okay.
And then I try to be a company that is willing to help anybody who has a story, a dream, a video idea, a movie idea. It doesn't matter. Like, I sit down with anybody that comes to my table, we work out a deal.
Wow.
I'll help write it, I'll help produce it, whatever else we need. Like, it's a full production company. And I know a lot of people, like, when they see a cameraman, they're like, oh, he's just a cameraman.
Right.
But it's like, I wear multiple hats at all times. So
people should, you do wear a lot of hats, but also people shouldn't just say, just a cameraman. You don't have anything if you don't have a cameraman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have it.
And that's what I try to do. I try to get the respect for the cameraman. Because they do a lot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some people that stay in their pocket, in their own lane and stuff like that, but then there's, people like Spyke who writes, produce, and sometimes will act in the movie, have a role, does the whole thing.
Do you see yourself doing that, like ever acting in any of the roles? Have you done that?
Yeah, I mean, like Dawn, he now makes me, come out of character and go go on screen and stuff like that. And I used to do it, but I still do it with my wife. We do a lot of skits.
I've seen a couple of those. Yeah, they're funny. That's really
We try to do our vlogs and skits and stuff like that. So I love acting too.
Right. So now you write scripts as well?
Yeah.
You write scripts? How did you learn that? Did you just kind of pick it up on your own?
Yeah, I just picked it up on my own because I figured it kind of like the same, I said different structure from music.
Right.
But overall, I write scripts. I know how to make it look. Not make it look, but actually write a real script and stuff like that and break it down.
Yeah, with good dialogue and everything.
Exactly. Like all the projects that I'm on, I wrote with them.
Wow. So you wrote part of this Pimp baby movie?
Yeah. Like we go back and forth. Like Don will have a whole episode, or maybe we'll go split that episode, and then I'll have ideas and we'll go back and forth. And Don is definitely a great writer as well.
Right. So it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
Like that.
Exactly.
So my little Pimp Baby movie, that's a comedy. Was that a challenge? Was it harder to write comedy or drama? What do you think? Was it different?
For me, it's harder to write drama than it is comedy. I'm already goofy. I love joking around 24/7. Except obviously when I take it something serious. But other than that, I love writing jokes all day long.
Oh, you do? Okay, I didn't know that.
I thought about being a comedian, but I haven't found a comedian club to test it out. If I get booed, then I'm not.
No, I've done it. I've done stand up, and it's you wouldn't get booed because you're a funny guy. Yeah, when things start opening up back up again, you should really give it a try. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely might try it because everybody tells me to try it. I probably need to try it too.
Yeah, just you know what? Once you do it that first time, you'll be like, oh, it wasn't that bad, and then now that you know you do it, you'll be back up there. Because if everyone is telling you that you're funny and you should do it, then that means you have something there. You know.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take your advice and try it.
Maybe I'll get up there back. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get back up there doing it again. I don't know.
We probably could do a skit together.
Yeah, that's funny. So also, I wanted to talk to you about, because you talked to me about it, for those that don't know, that you're transgender. So do you want to tell us about your journey? What was that whole journey like, that experience?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I just never really, wore anything girly. I mean, obviously, but it was more than that. It was like more like a feeling. Like growing up, I really didn't know I was a girl. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, I didn't know I was a girl to that day when girls get their periods.
Right, wow.
Because I was like, for me, in my mind, I was a boy. Like, I hung out with my brothers, I went outside, I did certain things and stuff like that. But, I mean, obviously, as you grow up in society, like, you're a girl, you do this, you do that, things like that. Obviously, I just became a lesbian woman, but then even that didn't really, like, satisfy me. So, and honestly, I was really suicidal a lot growing up because I felt like weird and I didn't know exactly what to call it, what to do with it, and stuff like that. So, but then I started my transition when I was like 18 years old in Job Corps, and ever since then, like, and the help from my wife, because my wife helps me be confident. There's times when during my transition, I would try to use the bathroom, and I'd be scared because I didn't know somebody would come in there and jump me or some weird stuff and things like that. But honestly, I just growed into my own comfortable skin now.
Good.
No one can knock me down from that. Like, I feel happy as I am.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'd rather take everybody feeling uncomfortable and discomfort of me being who I am versus to make other people happy.
Right. And anybody that has problem with it, I mean, that's a problem they have within themselves because it's you, it's your life.
Exactly.
It doesn't affect them in any way. Have you ever had people, give you a hard time about that or treat you differently if they've discovered that you're transgender or anything?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because especially with guys. I mean, my family. I'm not that close with my family like that anymore. But when guys meet me, they be like, "Yeah, that's my homie." And then I tell them because I'm open book and I'd rather you be who you feel like you don't like and stuff like that. And then that's when people slip up and go, "She." Oh, I'm sorry. And then, like her and all that weird stuff, I literally just had surgery for top surgery and stuff like that. So people would then look at me weird because I got a beard and then I had boobs at one point and stuff like that. But it never really, it did bother me at my earlier transition. But once I got older and more comfortable with myself and then having somebody that, like I said, genuinely loves me for who I am, I didn't give a damn. Like, that let me know that you have problems within yourself. I need to remove you. We don't need to be friends or even be cool with each other. That's the case.
Right, exactly. You have to be yourself. That's their own issues, and if they're not comfortable around you, they don't have to be around you. You know what I mean?
And everybody always has a problem after the fact. Like, if they fell out with me, then it's like, oh, you all this types of names.
Oh, come on.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's right. That's just immaturity. You know what I mean? I don't know. But you're a great person. You're very talented. You're doing your thing.
I'd rather people just, people can ask questions about it, even if they see me, especially after watching this, just ask questions because, we're not just people who are like some weird, people who just want to change out of nowhere, hoopla and stuff. Like, it's like, we are real people who, in order for me to get, where I'm at right now, it really took a lot of, crying. Like I said, I went through suicide, I went through not loving myself, doing things. People come from a long journey, and that's not just trans people, that's people in general.
Yeah, in general, everybody does. Everybody has their own stuff that they have to work on and go through in life. And if you can overcome it and just be comfortable with yourself, no matter what it is. And everybody, that's crazy. So you find some people okay, they were cool with you as they met you, and they found out something different, then all of a sudden they were falling out with you or something silly. That's their loss. That's their loss. So now everybody knows you're a really good an upstanding guy, real honest. You know, you're not out there, you don't do anything dishonest or anything like that. But from what I understand, you had an incident a couple years ago where you were falsely accused. Can you tell everybody about that? What really went down?
Yeah, in 2018, I went to jail for like a bunch of drugs and money, but they weren't mine. I know a lot of people say that.
Right.
It sounds funny, but in all reality, I just had showed up to, you know, to meet up with my brother because his girlfriend had called me and was like that he was arrested or whatever. So when I went down there, he wasn't arrested. But you know, I didn't know because I'd never been down to this place before. So he gave me the card to go into his room to grab his stuff, you know, to pretty much bring it back to my house. And I was like, yeah, I got you. You know, I'll do it. And then when I got there, I walked into the room. Literally 2 seconds after I'm in the room, the police is like banging on the door.
Whoa.
And so I you know, I opened the door because I literally just went in there for 2 seconds. I was on my way to use the bathroom. And then they was like, you know, we've been watching this room and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Like, when they came in there, they definitely slammed me on the floor. I had like a bloody forehead. Yeah. It was terrible.
How many was it? Cops? How many?
Oh, it was like, I want to say like 5 of them. And then they, you know, sat me on the bed. They kept asking me questions, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, because at this point, anything I say to you, you're going to try to, you know, use against me or whatever. Right. So I just kept telling them I don't know, and I just kept saying quiet. The only thing I did ask them for, I was like, do you have a search warrant?
Exactly.
You know,
right.
And that pissed them off because they didn't have a search warrant.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, exactly. So then when you know, when they had me in the back seat, my girlfriend was there. She was coming to bring the car around. They had stopped her and they was like searching her, asking her if she was a prostitute. Yeah, all types of weird stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, I just sat there quiet because at that point, I'm very aware of my rights. I don't understand, you know, they're not gonna believe me regardless.
Right.
I went back to the jail. It was like $25,000 that my bail was. And when I went to court, it went to like $500,000.
What?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh my God.
Luckily, I was able to beat it though because all the evidence they could tell like I've never been in there.
Right.
You know. And the only reason why they was actually able to like arrest me, I had a search warrant for parking tickets.
Oh my
but
God.
I had already paid my parking tickets, but they never cleared it in the court system or whatever. So technically, I still had a warrant. Yeah.
Whoa, that is crazy. So you had a warrant, or you didn't know?
Yeah, and so
that happened to me once. Let me finish your story. That happened to me once.
Yeah, like I literally just walked into like a trap almost, and it like. I don't know but it definitely changed my outlook on going to jail and like people in jail because I mean a lot of people could be in jail for some like little minor things and like the way they was living in there it was terrible. Like that's the first time everything has been stripped away from me. Like and it definitely traumatizes you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was traumatized for a little bit when I came home because. It's like you're used to being free, and then out of nowhere, somebody just takes your freedom away.
Yeah.
Like, you can't use the bathroom, you can't do certain things, and it's like that you took for granted. Mm-hmm. You know, I came home and I definitely like didn't take certain things for granted. Like, I couldn't even take a shower like with the door closed. Like I felt that much suffocated.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go nowhere. And then plus, when I came home, my dad passed away. Yeah, and I hold on to it just because like. We didn't have the best relationship, but when he called me, I was so angry and upset for like me just going through this jail stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to talk to him. You know, if he wanted to talk to me, he would have reached out, and then, you know, he passed away, so I never really got to talk to him again. So that just
yeah, that's a crazy experience. But I mean, so how long were you actually inside? How long?
I mean, it wasn't that long. It was like literally a week, I think.
That's bad enough. Because
Yeah.
you're just completely innocent.
Yeah, it was like randomly, like I didn't expect that. You know, I mean, when you do something, then you're like, okay, I can prepare for it.
Yeah.
Jail, you know, but it's like to watch all like the shows and stuff like that. It's like you kind of like a deer with headlights.
Yeah.
When you're in that position because you know, like the one wrong thing you say or do can determine how long you're gonna be behind. You know, jail. And it's by the grace of God, because it's like, I don't know, I just feel like God was with me that whole day. And just that whole ride, because like, I ended up trying to do an appeal, but I ended up getting out from the $25,000 bail. Yeah, because they went back down to $25,000. And then the same lawyer that I sent my appeal to ended up being my public defender. And she was like God sent. Like it's weird because I was in jail. It was like, yo, just fill out the paper. I'm like, no, that's stupid. I'm gonna go home. Let me get out or whatever. Yeah. And then she actually met up with her. She was like, I was supposed to already have your case. I thought you was gonna be in jail, and you got out, so your case went to somebody else, but then it went back to her.
Okay.
And she definitely believed me.
Yeah.
She fought nail and tooth, even after the fact, because they stole my phone. The police stole my phone. Yeah. But even though my case was done with, she even got my phone back.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She definitely. I wish I could remember her name.
Right.
She was dope.
Right. That's crazy how the system is set up, though, that you can be innocent. So people think you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but it's really not.
Yeah,
it's not. You're guilty until whatever.
Yeah, it's a reverse. It's you're guilty until, you made a mistake.
Yeah, and that's all you get is, we made a mistake.
Yeah. And by the grace of God, it was just a week, because I know some people will take years and years and years. So,
innocent people, yeah.
For real. So I think it was a humbling experience for me, definitely. Where I don't really like going out no more. Because I feel like just my luck. I would be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I just try to work and go home.
Yeah. So, wow. Well, I'm glad that you overcame that. That's crazy. Now, you said that was in the newspapers?
Yeah. It was in, where was it, Grafton? Oh, no, Danvers. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, I had to blink off.
Yeah,
it was in Danvers,
where
I got arrested. Like, I've never been out there.
Right, you don't live out there.
I literally, that morning, and the reason why it probably traumatized me is because, like, me and my wife, we just got done doing the laundry. It was like a simple...
Regular day.
We was about to go eat something.
Right.
And then,
and boom.
And I know that's the first time me and her even spent time apart, so I know it was really hard on her, and I know she was scared because, it's just like, you don't know where it's gonna be.
Right, you don't know how it's gonna end, you just don't know.
Yeah, so I appreciate her for being there every court day, even when I was arrested, and even after the fact, so.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm glad that you got out. I'm glad that they cleared that all up. I'm glad you didn't have to do any more time than that. So, but thank you for sharing that with us, and we're gonna get some more footage of you, live footage of you doing your thing, directing, calling shots, directing, and everything. So, thank you so much, Spyke. And thank you everyone for tuning in to Trill TV. You can find it on Padma Scott Trill TV. And Spyke, just tell everyone again where they can find everything about you.
You can go to SpikeJamesVisions.com. I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Don Hazel. I see Ida Walker's behind the scene. My wife Sequoia, Fantasy and T. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that has constantly supported me in my journey to where I'm at right now. And thank you. Let me shout out to Trill TV and shout out to Padma for coming out, and my guy Brian behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget the cameramans. We here. And I just appreciate everybody, and I appreciate you wanting to know my story as well.
Thank you.
Pimp parade. Look at the gun. How about all three? Okay, bitches. How about that? Can we say that? All three. Okay, bitches. Okay, stand. 1, 2, 3. Okay, bitches.
Have like a leg in and a leg out coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice day, man.
Yeah, keep my knife.
You ain't seen that. Hey, how you doing?
We out here.
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I know her.
Yeah, you know her.
Hey, Sunshine. That's Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine right there.
Oh,
Come on now.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I bet you know who it is. I bet you know. Only she know who it is.
you know it.
Yeah, who is it?
Nah, you good with
He
the
said, who
jacket.
is it?
Falls over it.
He said, who is it? Oh, I know you. You know who is me? Who me?
He said, who is it?
We do the scene, right? Boom, 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 boom. As we walk, you know.
Okay. And then the probably split up by the time
Yeah, exactly. It's just the opening. We didn't cut.
Huh?
Look at my house.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit's funny. You should do that.
We walk in
You
one day.
start walking.
Yeah, walk away. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get ice water out of there.
Yeah, ice water. Yeah, definitely. That will work.
Don't worry about it. AKA.
Hey, y'all make sure when they start giving out the motherfucking money and shit, man, y'all call me and
You're on your own, man.
We got you first. First page.
I don't want to scratch.
We got your back.
We make sure you get it in.
Look, we got your back. I'm short and I still pop good.
Oh my God.
That is crazy.
Trump, I feel good.
I want everybody to get in the car first, and then I'm gonna shut it. That way he can have some break.
Hey, I tell you this motherfucking money. Hey,
Yo, bro. Make sure you
like the goddamn reefer.
Yo, make sure you get that fucking $1 bill though.
Reefer lit.
Make sure you get that fucking $1 bill. Not in the car, not in the car. Make sure you get that goddamn $1 though.
I'm gonna get the damn dollar.
I'm gonna
Get the goddamn $1. Make sure you get that fucking $1.
The dollar gonna come out.
Yeah, make sure that $1 come out first.
I'm getting your dollar right now.
Yeah, get the fucking $1, man. That's his staple. Is that fucking $5 bill right there.
You niggas just gonna leave me, huh? Y'all just gonna leave ice water. Y'all gonna leave me, huh?
Now you gotta fit your ass back in there, cause we.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, back on the groceries, nigga. Back on the groceries.
Y'all wanna drop? Y'all wanna pull up into it?
Can we do that?
And action.
No, motherfucker.
What's up, man?
Y'all ready? Let's go. Ah, shit, man. This got ice water in the goddamn trunk. Oh, shit, man. That's ice water.
Should we let him out of there?
Yeah, let Hey, man.
These motherfucking ice water, nigga. Wait the fuck a minute, nigga. You get goddamn yellow bird. Get this your motherfucking car, yellow bird. How the fuck you gonna leave ice water, nigga? Blue, I came in with you, man. You introduced it to me. What the fuck? Come on, man. We gotta go ahead now.
We making money.
Come on, man. Y'all motherfucker, come on. Hey. Shut the fuck up. Let's go.
Y'all ready to park? Okay, nigga. Come on then, nigga. Shit.
All right, y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
And action.
Got the God, come to town, man. He's in town.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Look at this side view. Oh, yeah, you see for the car, man.
That's a motherfucking commercial shot right there.
Okay, okay.
He's burning.
You just woke up from a nap, Mr. Henson. Somebody